Imagine a Nintendo Game Boy with color. Here it is. Released in 1998, this marvelous piece of technology is now being reviewed by Voila videos. It runs on 2 AA batteries, the same kind as I have in the Game Boy from the last video. And it is significantly smaller than the original Game Boy. Here's the size comparison for you. You can see this thing is like half the size. Now I know I credited the Game Boy with being pretty comfortable to play, but the Game Boy Color is just really comfortable. That's why this was actually the first Game Boy I got. This only cost $30 at a local game store, and it served pretty well. This little battery hump on the back is what does it. Your fingers kind of wrap around it almost perfectly. It just feels natural, like the natural position to play a Game Boy in this orientation. However, the sleekness does come at a cost. The Game Boy Color speaker is much more quiet than the Game Boy, and that's one of the reasons I like the Game Boy, because it's loud. That's why they named the Play It Loud after it. Here's the comparison. And now that may seem not too much, but in like if you're in a loud area, like where there's a highway or something, then it's hard to hear this, because that was just the maximum volume. And for some reason you turned the volume down to make it go up on the volume potentiometer. Anyways, let's look at the hardware of the Game Boy Color. The left side has a volume potentiometer, an external connector port, and an accessory port up here that goes through to the back. On the top you will see that our power switch is gone, and instead has been replaced by an infrared communications port. This was used in very little games, so it was taken away on the Game Boy Advance. The bottom has the standard 3.5mm headphone jack from the previous model, as well as the power plug, so you can play this thing without batteries. The right only has a power switch that you can turn on or off. The front has a smaller screen than the original Game Boy that you can also see my face in, so, like the last video. It has the Game Boy Color logo here, the Nintendo logo here. We have a nice textured D-pad, A and B buttons. It's hard to make out. Let's focus in on those a little bit. And then we have the start and select, and that speaker with a different grill than the other speaker. On the original Game Boy Color cartridges, or game packs look like this. They are see-through, and you can see the battery and stuff, and they are in full color. They don't have that little hook that the Game Boy cartridges do. And this thing on top sticks out instead of the thumb imprint that helped you pull it out on the original Game Boy. Let's fire up some Super Mario Bros. Deluxe in the Game Boy Color. This is a port of the original Super Mario Bros. For the NES. As you can see, it is in full color, as opposed to the original Game Boy's green and black. The screen is a bit darker though. I'm gonna beat World 1-1 to catchy music. Now, the speaker isn't too bad. It should last you as long as you're in a good listening environment. It's kinda hard to play Mario through a viewfinder. Keep in mind, the Game Boy Color is backwards compatible with all Game Boy games. They fit in just the same, and it adds better motion, and it even gives it a bit of color. If you want to see this game running on the original Game Boy, consult my last video. But as you can see, added a bit of color to Pokemon Blue version. I'm in the same spot as the last game. I'm gonna fly to the same place. Yeah, so that's the demonstration of the color on the Game Boy Color for the Game Boy card. You could even add different color palettes to the old Game Boy games by pressing different button combinations on the D-pad and the A and B buttons, see? Those were all of the possible combinations. My personal favorites are black and white and inverted. Inverted looks cool because it changes everything to the opposite of the color wheel. You could do that on your iPod Touch as well. This is an iPod Touch 4th generation as a size comparison, and you can see it's quite a bit bigger and thicker, but it's still more comfortable to hold actually than the iPod Touch. Yay, Game Boy Advance games actually do fit into it this time. Let's see if they play. Aw, let's see how Mario Kart plays on it. Nothing. Other than being non-backlit, the screen is relatively easy to see because of its, well, color. The color makes it easy to see in low light areas actually. Not as much as the original Game Boy, which the green contrasts with the light very well, but this still does better than probably the Game Boy Advance. The 2 AA batteries that it runs on will probably last you anywhere from 10 to 30 hours depending on what type of battery you have. 30 hours if you have an alkaline like a Duracell or an Energizer, and 10 if it's like a cheap battery that isn't alkaline. If you haven't looked at these yet, here are the stickers on the back. Voila Videos rates the Game Boy Color 4 out of 5, just like the previous review of the original Game Boy, because of the factor of its quiet speaker. That takes away from the fun of it all usually. Even if you have the best conditioned speaker on this, it is a bit quiet. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hi, this is my outro. Click the Game Boy on the left if you want to see my Game Boy original review. Click my YouTube channel on the right if you want to view the rest of my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe if you click the YouTube channel. See you in the next video.